Well, everybody's here and doing good this morning. I managed to get Tuck's food set down quick enough such that he didn't hop down off the platform. It's nicer out here than I thought it was going to be. It's 57 and it's milky cloudy or milky sunny. Don's fixing to go get his paper.
Hey there.
Your driveway should be clear.
That's right.
Better be clear.
Better be clear. That's right. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to try to get somebody to come haul the tree off.
You have, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, I could deal with the limbs, but the trunk, what am I going to do with all that? I got, you know, if we knew people that burned wood, I'd tell them, come, you know, bring you and your teenage boy out here. There's you a tree.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, we aren't going to burn it. Okay, he's gone. He doesn't like the beep on the unicycle. I mean, he has a very good sense of protect myself. He stays away from the cars and, yeah, everything. Hey, bud. Hi. My sweetheart.
Paper.
Paper. Well, the treehouse view has definitely changed a little bit. All the kitties are doing good this morning. It's, I think, don't know if I said, but it's in the upper 50s. It feels pretty refreshing out here today. We're headed over to the Greenway Trail. We should really try full self-driving, turning into the cul-de-sac on the way back home because be interesting to see with all of the tree limb and vines out of the way if Jules will be a little more nonchalant about making that turn a little smoother.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, the trail is right full of leaves today. Looks like our driveway looked before I blew it. It's full out here. Maybe they'll eventually come along. It'll blow off a little bit on its own once it dries out, of course, but it's covered.
It's supposed to rain today, so I don't think it'll be drying out.
Yep, I hear that. It looks like it could rain any minute, despite I didn't see anything on the radar. We met up with a nice couple in the parking lot that drove in a Model 3, and we're talking Tesla while we're walking the trail today. Oh, there's a good bit of water over here in the creek. It's not close to the bridge by any stretch, but there's a good bit of water flowing.
It's not raining, is it?
It's not raining yet, but it looks quite threatening at this point. Yeah, it is. There is somebody with the blower over there, but look at all of this debris down. You do need to be a little bit careful out here with the pine cones and stuff. You don't twist your ankle. Yeah, I do believe people are moved in and living in some of these houses now. Well, hopefully they'll come back and stake up some of these brand new trees that don't have any roots that are kind of leaning a little sideways now. But we're almost to the dam, and we haven't seen any trees down. There's one or two limbs, but just mostly the kind of leaf clump debris you would expect. So, I mean, that's great. I remember Fran, and it was, I mean, we still got root balls in places like Yates Mill County Park. And our yard, if you walk off, I can show you one in the yard that's kind of covered over with some growth now, but I mean, we still got root balls out of the ground from all them trees that came down in Hurricane Fran. So we don't want to deal with that. We don't want that kind of damage. I have to wonder how it is down in Charlotte, because Charlotte had a higher wind field than Raleigh did. You know, it was closer to where the storm came on shore. Of course, you know, I remember Hugo coming on shore, and by the, you know, it still had probably Cat 2 hurricane force winds by the time it made it to Charlotte. And this storm was not as powerful when it hit South Carolina as Hugo was by any stretch. So Well, that's what 4 inches of rain will do for you. Although it's already had time to run off a little bit.
Yeah, but you can see how high it must have got. The debris is up there about a foot over the top of the concrete.
Yeah.
That debris wouldn't get there unless the water was up there.
Sure. Alright, I see Milo up by the front door, little orange. I think he's at his food and water bowls he's actually eating. He's doing good. That's great. I was pointing out to Don that the red on these trees here is poison ivy, and it can be pretty even though it can get you. And then here's, of course, is the ragweed. The congestion that I had heavier a couple days ago is better, but the dry cough is still sort of ongoing. Although I don't think I've coughed while we've been out on the trail.
No, I haven't.
Exercise is good. The couple that we were chatting with, they turned around at the lake. That was good for them. You
just had 2 hips?
2 hip replacements, yep. So they'll have walked 1.5 miles by the time they get back to the car. They probably went just a little farther than they had originally intended to.
Yeah.
But I think they were going to be just fine. It would be great, though, if the Boy Scouts would come and put a few benches on this trail. Yeah. I don't need a lot, but we certainly could use a couple by the lake where people feed the ducks. And
yeah, need some Eagle Scout fun.
Yeah. People want to come on trails, but one of the things they have to take into consideration is if I need to sit down for a minute, is there someplace beside the ground to sit? And the answer on this trail would be a firm no. There's also basically, there's dog poop stations, but no trash cans.
No trash cans.
And the town obviously has pickup trucks or could have a golf cart that could go empty the trash. So I don't buy it. It's too much to put them in. I think the town can afford it.
Oh yeah, the kind of property taxes those people are paying.
Oh, God.
There ought to be gold-plated, about an inch layer of gold ought to be walking over through there. My God.
Yeah, Don's got that goop on his nose, just in case you were wondering what the white stuff is. It's the
Fluorosil 5.
Yeah, it's some sort of skin chemotherapy. His doctor wants him to treat his nose and or his head most years for, what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
Just till it's really sore and hurts bad.
Pretty much.
And then he gets to stop. He's got an appointment with the dermatologist coming up here. I guess this is technically the 12-month appointment.
Yes, that was pushed back from July because my guy got called up. He was in the reserves.
Yeah. Anyway, Don didn't want to show up and not have done the treatment he was supposed to do, so he's getting it in under the wire.
Yes, right. Nothing like waiting to the last minute.
But you said you're not having as much reactions this time, which could mean that just means you don't need it, that the skin is,
that's right.
You've taken care of whatever there was over there. And but the first treatment, the first day, he's got to put it on twice a day, and the first 1 or 2 applications, it was making him sneeze, and it was burning, and it was making, he can't touch it, and he was wiggling it was uncomfortable. I just don't even think I could even do it. My skin is much more sensitive than Don's, and he was even struggling with it a little bit there.
Yeah, I learned my lesson to put that.
Here, get on the other side of me.
Jelly stuff. What is that stuff?
Aquaphor. We have Aquaphor.
Yeah, around where I put my glasses, up on the very tippy tip of my nose, which doesn't have to be treated. It's not a problem area. But just in case I accidentally rub up there, that last time, that skin really got injured, and it made it really hard to work because I couldn't have my glasses on. It hurt the pain on my nose.
Yeah. Yeah, he did not want a repeat of that pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see how high up the leaves are, and then a little bit where the cement's wet, but it's gone down a little. So it was up over a foot. Yeah. It definitely used the overflow in the storm.
This retention pond was at capacity.
Yeah, it was definitely using the overflow. That's the biggest tree limb we've seen down on the trail. Like I said, we're stoked that there's not more damage. That is a good thing. No Hot Wheels again. Walmart is crazy busy today. I mean, it's just busy. That's probably Dawn. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's Dawn. It's the right wheels and the right calipers. But around town, you just never know anymore. You really do sort of have to look now. There's a Model 3. Hopefully he got a 10 or 15 minute nap. I think that's all I've been. I don't think I got the Tesla 5 15-minute message yet. We almost forgot to test it.
Yeah.
We'll admit it. Jules give Dawn a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah, let's see if she does any better.
See if she does any better.
I would say it was smoother, but
I think it was better.
Yeah, it was smoother.
But I guess as many times as we've come around there, she have to do it right a few more times. But I felt it was better. Less jerky, less wide of a turn trying to get away from the branch.
Yeah, I agree. I think the branch had some input onto her decision making.
You know, I had to get used to that because I kind of like, oh God, there's a tree down. And like, yeah, duh, Marianne, there's a tree down.
So I'm under here fixing on the dehumidifier, the condensation line plugged up, and of course when I pulled the condensation line off the dam, it broke. So I've built me a little tray, put a drain on it, and so it's gonna leak out through right here. That's where it was leaking before, and so it's gonna leak out there and drip it into this little pan here, and hopefully the pan will be deep enough to catch the water and all that stuff and lead it away. You know, trials and tribulation of home ownership. So I got this, my light, as you can see, it's almost full. So getting gas out of the GMC there. I just hooked it into the fuel rail. I don't know. There it is. That brass looking thing, that's the Schrader valve on the fuel rail. That silver thing, pipe looking thing, that's the actual fuel rail. So this is my relay. Where'd it go? I don't know. Where is it? Can't see. I can't see today. Okay, there it is. So I put a rubber band around it. So that relay is not the GMC relay. That relay right there with the little legs sticking up, that's the real fuel pump relay. This is a $7 from Amazon relay, and all I did is pop the plastic cover off and put a rubber band on it, and so the fuel pump's running. If you listen, you might can hear it. Of course, the neighbors' generators are all running too. So anyway, let me get this generator back up.
While Don's been under the house doing his thing, I came over here and used the scissors, seriously, and cut all the perennial border back and pulled any weeds out. Only came up with one sprig of poison ivy I wasn't too happy about, so I've just been in and washed my hands. It was real close to the end. I had glove on the hand with the scissors, but not on the left hand. Anyway, it's much better. Dawn's pleased. I also trimmed the left side of the boardwalk, not the ferns, but the perennial, because it's, if you could see my hair right now, I've got about 50 seeds at the front of my hair. I have to go in and try to brush them out. And they're all over my shirt and pants and stuff too. Hi, buddy. That perennial really wants to live. I love it. I mean, I would plant it all over again. I'm thrilled with it. I love it. Dawn's not as happy about it as me. So I strike a compromise and cut it back pretty quick here. But, you know, it's not pretty anymore. Hey, buddy, you're a good boy. This over here is for another day. I can't do too much of it in one day. A, it kills my back, and B, I get blisters. Even with a glove, I can only do so many cuts. That the thicker pieces, the older pieces are pretty stout to be cutting. But it's raining now. I did blow over here to get it back looking nice. Obviously, I was throwing it out onto the asphalt. I collected it up, threw it behind the GMC, and then blew. But it's wet, and it's time to go inside, and Tux is very upset that Stripe is at my feet. I'm sorry, buddy. No, no, no. Don't come be mad at Stripe. You weren't even over here. Go. Other way. Go, go. You know that doesn't cut it. No, no. Go. I love you, but no. He's tried to go after Stripe 3 or 4 times today, and I'm just sort of done with it. There's no reason. There's enough of me for both of them. I washed this today, unfortunately, even though I soaked it one time. And then I did another wash, and I put in OxyClean and lots of Tide both times, and everything that's just as clean. Well, part of it is it's faded. And the other part is that's just as clean. I didn't want to put bleach on it because I still plan to turn it over and enjoy the pretty side, but not right before all the fall leaves comes down, because that'd just be a waste. Oh, I love you. But you're getting wet. You should go where it's dry. Let me lift you up.